Ground covers are something that a lot of times you can plant so nothing else will grow there. And there are good ground covers and there are bad. And the bad ones are the ones that crowd out all the other plants. And you can even see here you got bishop's weed just even growing over into the grass. And it is one of those that you don't want in your flower bed. You can't pull it up or it just keeps coming back from little pieces of roots. Another one you don't want in your flower bed is Vinca minor. Here is some creeping myrtle that just grows wild in the lawn. It's fairly easy to pull up out of the flower bed though. Here's some more bishop's weed that you absolutely do not want in your flower bed. This was planted, I think, a couple little plants here a couple years back, and you can see how it grows. I put it over here because this is kind of the side of the flower bed for nothing but ground covers. That's some bleeding heart there that seems to be doing okay in there. And the hostas do really good in there. And the ferns do okay in there. Here's some lamium that seems to survive okay in the Vinca. And right here, there's some that's blooming with the little yellow flowers. And there's coral bells that's doing okay in there. And here's some daylilies that do okay in there, and some more bleeding heart. Here's daylilies, and they grow about knee high. And here's some ground covers that I would call good ground covers. And that is Cranesbill geranium. Here in this flower bed is some Pachysandra, which is really easy to control. And there's some Plumbago in there that has the nice purple flowers. That's a poppy right there. Here is Lamium there, and you can see hostas growing into Lamium just fine. It's pretty easy to control. And there's even a Christmas rose growing in it. And there's some ferns growing in it just fine. You see they almost get waist high. There's the Christmas rose growing, and here's some right there. That's the Christmas rose growing in it. It's not having any problems. Some things don't grow so well in it. And there's another Cranesbill geranium, and another coral bells and a hosta. And this is some Plumbago. It's a really nice ground cover that's really easy to keep under control. The ones that you can control aren't so bad to put in your flower beds. The ones that you can't control, like Vinca minor and bishop's weed, you want to keep out of your flower bed. Here is some Ajuga. There's one that's plain and one that's got variegated leaves. It's a nice ground cover for creeping over stones, and it's easy to control. The ground covers that are easy to control, it's okay to have those in your flower bed. Like I say, the Vinca minor and the bishop's weed, you want to keep out of your flower bed. Here's some creeping myrtle that comes in from the lawn, and the Ajuga does have a hard time with it. You can see that right there. So I'm just going to pull it out. Eventually I would like to get all the creeping myrtle out of my flower bed. It just takes some time to go out and pull it up, because it's pretty easy to pull up. Here's some more Ajuga with the dark colored leaves. I think that's called Chocolate Soldier or something. And this one here with the light colored leaves is called Creeping Jenny. And it's really easy to control. And I have it here over stepping stones. And it's kind of nice for that. And it can take foot traffic and everything. The yellow flowers are loose strife. It can be kind of weedy when it gets done blooming, and I usually just cut it down. And here's some Lamium and some Pachysandra there in the back. Pachysandra is a nice ground cover that can fill up a flower bed, but yet it's not so assertive that it kills off everything else like Vinca minor does. Vinca minor is just about impossible to pull up too. That's why I especially hate it. And I planted it several years back, and I really wished I hadn't of. These darker green leaves down here are Vinca minor, and you can see how it's just taken over the whole side over here that I use for ground covers. There's some Daylilies in there too. They'll crowd things out pretty good too. And there's Lamium. It does fairly well with these other ground covers.